Phoenix. Look at this little play from Angel Reese. Off the inbound work. 11 and 15 for Angel, but Mercury win this one pretty easy. Weird, we're going back to Foxborough. Jalen Polk. Greg, give me a grade on this.
I love both moves. The only thing I hate about that is it's so hard to get back going. That's why Tyreek Hill is so special, because
his stop
correct
top speed.
He gets back to top speed. It's so quick.
And you know what? I've changed my mind. Also,
what?
I'm now betting Tyreek against Noah Lyles. Noah Lyles talking too much. I'm Team Tyreek on that. I'm Team Tyreek.
Noah Lyles' PR team.
Not great.
Not doing a great
Not
job.
great.
I'm just saying. Where are we? Phillies up on the Nationals. Weston Wilson needs a double for the cycle. Bryce Harper told him before the at-bat, no matter what, just keep running to second. It was literally it actually worked out. First rookie to hit for the cycle in Phillies history. So there you go.
Oh, how about that?
Congratulations, Weston. Weird. Twins Rangers. Kyle Farmer lines this one off the wall. This should basically be a double. I like an angled wall just for this reason. Yep. If I ever design a baseball field, I think you would come visit and be like, first of all, congratulations. Thank you. And then you would say, what's up with all these angles on the outfield wall? I'm like, well, I like Little League home runs. Farmer makes it all the way home. Twins win 3-2. And final, wonderful. We're going to Jets practice. Tell you what, Aaron Rodgers. You might not agree with everything he says on a podcast, but my goodness, he throws a pretty ball, huh?
Lyles is coming around.
Ooh, that's the extra gear. I mean, look at this ball. Come on. This guy's pretty good. Ian O'Connor, who wrote the book on Aaron Rodgers, literally, is joining us shortly, so stay around. Right now, I don't know if you've gotten your latest edition of Walk and Boot Weekly, but Justin Herbert not on the cover. Pretty obvious reason. He's out of a walking boot. He isn't practicing, but still expected to go week 1. Greg, we'll start with you. Does Herbert have to make the playoffs to be considered elite?
No, he not only has to make the playoffs, he actually has to perform well in the playoffs.
Oh. And win?
And win. And show well. And it's not just about winning. It's how you show in the postseason. Two things can be true.
Oh, I like that.
You can be an elite, or you can have elite talent. And not be an elite player.
That is so well stated.
And I think far often we see an elite talent and we automatically say, "Oh, he's elite," because we can't get over the talent.
And sometimes the opposite can be true as well.
Yeah.
You don't have elite talent.
Correct.
And you are an elite.
Correct.
That's to me pretty rare. But
and
go
so
ahead.
for me, when I look at Justin Herbert, he has all the elite talent. He has all the tangibles, the size, the arm, the smarts, the accuracy. He has all the tools and the skill sets to be elite. I just can't sit here and say he is elite because he's not top 5, top 3. When we think about and what he hasn't done, if he would have had a absolute outright fantastic regular season and he's in MVP conversations and his team is bad and he doesn't make the postseason, but he is clearly one of the better players in the National Football League, I think he would have an argument. That's never been the case. And when he did make the postseason, we saw what he did. And he didn't stand out and you didn't walk away. Once you make the postseason,
he had multiple opportunities to get that game
once you make the postseason, that's your platform and opportunity to separate yourself.
So what I find so interesting about the Herbert conversation is, of all the quarterbacks in the league, except for maybe Brock Purdy, the delta of opinion on this guy from people I respect, I think, is the biggest. So 2 of my favorite football writers, podcasters, smartest football people, Steven Ruiz and Ben Solak. Shout out to Ben for his new gig. Both of them, I believe, right now this moment, if they were asked, who's better, Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow? Say Justin Herbert. Talk about Justin Herbert like it's Mahomes, Allen and Lamar, Herbert. That's that next 3. So that's one end of the spectrum. Another end of the spectrum, I think, is another football mind I respect, Kevin Wildes.
Wow.
Who
really?
I think, tell me if I'm wrong, you would have him behind Goff, Tua, and Purdy.
I like winning.
Right. And so I'm just saying, like, it is such a wide. No, but it's such a wide delta. I find myself, as I do on most things, correct on it, right in the middle. And so I think saying he's better than Joe Burrow because of his arm talent is absurd. But I think saying a guy like Tua is better than him and ignoring the arm talent is equally absurd. And so I think for Herbert needs one of these two things. I think Greg laid it out perfectly. Either can, with Harbaugh, game manage, do whatever it is, they run the ball a lot, they make the playoffs, and he cooks in a playoff game. Or 4,800 yards, 38 touchdowns, 11 picks,
undeniable.
And a 102 rating, which is what, by the way, what it looked like he was going, after his rookie year, it's like, oh, that's where he's headed. The problem was his rookie year was here, which was unbelievable as a rookie. Then his second year and his third year and his fourth year were all about the same, and that's been the frustrating piece of him. So I don't think it's as binary as playoffs this year as much as one of those two. There are two ways to become a great quarterback. Amazing numbers or win a lot and playoff success. He's got to do one of them.
Okay. Greg, here's the running percentage for Greg Roman's offense.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to run the ball a lot. Now, Herbert just had Kellen Moore, who does like to air it out, and it didn't really work out for him. So the highlight is when he was with Jim Harbaugh, so they're back together. They ran the ball the second most time than any team in the league. So are you expecting, there's two ways to go. A, he's not going to get a lot of opportunities, or B, actually running the ball this amount of times will free him up to air it out.
Yeah, so I think, again, both can be true. Like, I think when I think about Jim Harbaugh and quarterbacks that he's had in the past and how he likes to run his offense, it's going to be close to trying to be 50-50. I mean, you look at the Baltimore Ravens, what they wanted, that's another Harbaugh coach.
I mean, he hired Greg Roman for a reason.
For a reason.
He built a staff and hired Greg Roman.
And look at the immediate impact he made of the talent behind Justin Herbert. It was like, okay, let's load it up.
And what they did with the fifth pick of the draft.
Yep.
You lose Keenan Allen, you lose Mike Williams, you have Justin Herbert, Malik Neighbors sitting there. The second best player on your team is your left tackle, and you're like, we'll take another one.
No question.
Joe All. And by the way, I'm not even saying it's the wrong decision,
pick, yeah.
but he is just telling you this is what we are going to do as a team. But I do think maybe that will, because this is, can we just show real quick, Dust, the close game stat? This is what was a little beauty's in the eye of the beholder for Herbert last year. So Herbert in close games had better numbers than in blowouts, had a 12-2 touchdown to turnover ratio, almost 300 yards per game, and they lost them all.
Yeah.
So is that a he can't get it done in the big moments thing, or is that a he was undone by his team? What I feel confident in, whatever percent of that was on the coaching staff, will be cleaned up under this coaching staff with Jim Harbaugh, and we'll get a cleaner look at, who he is in those spots. I do believe that.
All right, Russell Wilson.